Coming to you from the city of Uvalde, it's Water Wars 5. Today, Team 70s, Team 80s, Team 90s, and defending champions Team 2000s will compete in a series of elimination matches to determine once and for all who is the undisputed Water Wars champion. Who will capture the coveted Commissioner's Cup? Stay tuned, we'll be right back with all the action.
losing all the way, man.
Team 60s, Team 70s, and Team 80s are going down.
As Team 90s got this.
We're the Bod Squad.
Us Team 90s this year are gonna kick some ass.
All our families stuck on Facebook talking about their lives.
All the other years, you're going down. Too old, can't even lift yourselves out of that couch.
And we're gonna take those Medicaid sisters down.
We're going to tear it up.
All these wells are gonna sink.
We're gonna be 80s, 90s, it doesn't matter.
Even the little kids nowadays, they don't know how to swim. That's why we Team 90s, we got this.
And these little wet heels, they're still blossoming. They haven't even been through puberty yet.
We're never gonna be fancy girls dressed in fancy clothes, nothing but ghetto trash.
Our first event of the day is the pull mat relay. The winner of this competition will automatically advance to the finals. Representing Team 70s, Team Captain Georgie, Rudy Alvarado, Mandy, La Lisa Rico, and AJ. Representing Team 80s, Brian Bedner, Honey, Orlando, Nessa, and Team Captain Chato Flores. And representing Team 90s, Austin, Felicia, Anthony, Team Captain Amber, and Jared. Rounding out the competition, defending champions, Team 2000s, led by Team Captain Cinco, Isaiah, Josh, Braden, and Brandon. And at the sound of the whistle, Brian from Team 80 is taking an immediate lead. But look at little Cinco. Look at little Cinco go. He swims like a minnow, and his mother sure drinks like a fish. It looks like Brian is going to make it to the other side first. Well, he'll be handing off to Princess Honey. Rudy Alvarado taking the mat over from Team Captain Georgie. You got Felicia taking over for Austin, and Isaiah taking over for Cinco. But Isaiah's having all sorts of trouble while Rudy Alvarado is widening the gap and taking the lead. Rudy Alvarado's making it across the pool first. He'll be handing off to the lovely Mandy Valverde. Mandy comes to us from the CrossFit world. She is the CrossFit queen, and look at her widen that gap. And now Princess Honey has handed off to Orlando Esquivel, former Army serviceman. And Miss Felicia has handed off to Utah newcomer first-timer, Mr. Anthony Holt. Isaiah has handed off to Joshua, and now Mandy has handed off to the lovely Lisa Rico. This is Lisa Rico's first time at Water Wars. Anthony has handed off to Team Captain Amber, and Orlando has handed off to Vanessa. It looks like Amber and Vanessa are catching up to Lisa Rico. Lisa Rico losing the slight lead there. Lisa Rico almost to the other side of the pool, but Amber and Vanessa have caught up to her. Lisa Rico will be handing off to the anchor AJ. Vanessa will be handing off to anchor Chato, and Amber will be handing off to anchor Jared. This is Jared's first time in the competition, and look at Jared go. Jared is ripping the pool up. He's past Chato Flores. AJ's in third. And Team 2000s is nowhere to be seen as Brandon is taking the anchor. And it looks like Jared's going to take the race for Team 90s, and they advance to the finals. Our second event of the day is the tube relay. The losing team of this race will be eliminated from the competition. Representing Team 70s, newcomer Jean, Mandy, Roro, and Patty. Representing Team 80s, Brian, Vanessa, Jacob, and Chato. And rounding off the competition, defending champions Team 2000s, Josh, Cinco, Karina, and newcomer Brandon. And at the sound of the whistle, it looks like Jean is taking over the lead. Joshua having all sorts of trouble, and Brandon pretty much running neck and neck with Jean. Jean will be handing off to Miss Mandy Valverde. Brian will be handing off to his partner, Vanessa. But look, Super Cinco from Team 2000s has pushed Vanessa in the water, causing them a delay, while his Joshua is struggling. Mandy taking the lead. Vanessa finally getting on the craft. Team 2000s has been disqualified for interrupting the flow of the race. Mandy's still going. Mandy's about to hand off to Roro. Roro, who's been in this competition last year, did quite well. He's going to take over the mat and hopefully take over the lead. Vanessa almost to the other side. Well, she'll be handing off to Jacob Dominguez. And Cinco, who had his team disqualified, is nowhere to be seen. And Roro is widening the gap. Jacob Dominguez taking over for Team 80s, and Ro is almost on the other side of the pool, but it looks like Jacob is having trouble with his craft. His craft has busted, actually. And Karina has taken over for Team 2000s. Rudy handing off to the Roro, handing off to the anchor Peppermint Patty. Peppermint Patty was in this competition last year and fared quite well. Peppermint Patty is going to the finish line, but she has a collision with Jacob. And Jacob with his busted mat. Peppermint Patty's glasses have fallen off. Karina's almost on the other side, where she'll be handing off to Brandon. To no avail, of course, because Team 2000s has been disqualified. They don't realize that they've been disqualified and they've been eliminated from the competition. The race continues, and Peppermint Patty is going to make it to the finish line first. That's going to leave Team 80s at second place, and Team 2000s has been eliminated from the competition. This next event is a double tube elimination race, putting Team 70s versus Team 80s. The winner of this team advances to the finals, while the loser gets eliminated. Representing Team 70s, Laura and Jean, and representing Team 80s, Honey and Orlando. And they're off. And it looks like they're neck and neck. Laura's a veteran in this competition. Jean's a newcomer. But look at Jean's powerful strokes. They are ripping apart the water and taking the lead. Orlando and Honey having all sorts of trouble. They're actually crashing into the audience, but look at Laura and Jean go. They're almost at the finish line. Laura and Jean looks like they're going to take this one and advance 70s to the finals, and we're going to bid adieu to Team 80s. Nice effort on both teams. Team 70s going to the finals, and Team 80s has been eliminated from the competition. So 70s and 90s will face each other in the final kayak relay of the competition. Before we head into the finals, we're having our PB Water Wars Sudden Death Tube Relay Race. This race is going to feature 6 of our little junior Pee-wee warriors. The Mighty Mites versus the Chuckies. Marcus, Jeremy, and Jet taking on Jordan, JJ, and Lukey. They're about to start the race. And they're off, and Marcus taking an immediate lead of the Mighty Mites. He is surpassing JJ. JJ having a little difficulty there maneuvering the tube. But Marcus is having no trouble at all, and it shows. Marcus is kicking and waddling his arms, and Chato's giving JJ a little push there to help him catch up. This is a relay race for the trophies of the Junior PD Water Wars. Marcus is almost across the pool. He'll be handing off to his little brother, Jeremy. Jeremy's about to get into the pool. There we have Miss Peppermint Patty helping them out, helping them into the tube. JJ's nowhere to be seen. And Jeremy's about to begin the second leg, and he does. JJ finally makes it across, and Foxy Roxy's helping Jordan get into the tube, and there goes Jordan. And Jordan is gaining on Jeremy. Jeremy's floundering like a fish, flip-flopping like a fish, and it looks like Jordan has already passed Jeremy. The Mighty Mites are losing this race. The Chuckies are gaining a lead. And Jordan makes it across first, so he'll be hanging on to the anchor, Lukey, the team captain. Jetty Poo, the captain for the Mighty Mites, is already in the tube. He's having all sorts of issues. Now he's in the tube correctly, and Lukey is just having a difficult time getting into the tube. Chato trying to assist him, and Jetty Poo is already almost halfway across the pool. It looks like the Mighty Mites are going to take this, and Lukey falls off of the tube head first into the water. And Jetty's just effortlessly gliding across the pool. Lukey is still trying to get back on the tubes. These trophies are at stake, and it looks like Jetty Poo is going to make it across first. And he's going to take the Mighty Mites into the Pee-wee Water Wars Championship. And the Mighty Mites have won the relay race, and they win the trophies. We'll be back with the Pocahontas Invitational.
AJ. And I'm RJ. And we're the Bod Squad. And we're gonna take those Medicaid sisters down. They're never gonna be fancy girls dressed in fancy clothes, nothing but ghetto trash. When we get to the center of the pool, I'm gonna give you my mat because the object of the game is to get out of the water with the mat. Well, we showed those Medicaid bitches what was up.
And the only thing close enough to a bath was when they jumped into the pool.
Yeah.
For the kayak finale, we have for Team 70s Roro, Lara, Mandy, Artie Jr., and Georgie. From Team 90s Fico, Alessandra, Artie Jr., Amber, Trez, and Jared. The race is about to start, and they're off, and people getting an immediate lead. Roro having all sorts of troubles in the kayak, and now he's sitting down. Roro's a little bottom heavy, and people falls out of the canoe. Roro's struggling, people trying to get back into the kayak. Roro's just going in all sorts of directions. Can't get his grip on the paddle correctly. People is almost on the other side of the pool, where he'll be handing off to Alessandra, also known as the Salamander. Roro halfway across the pool. People makes it across first, and now the Salamander makes it into the kayak, and she takes off. She's about to meet up Roro halfway. Roro has caused his team to be almost one leg behind, and he's still having difficulty navigating the kayak. Roro being compromised. Alessandra, too, has run into trouble in the kayak. Roro almost against the wall. Alessandra's getting closer to Roro. They're still battling. And Roro shoving Alessandra with his paddle, knocking her off course. Alessandra's still trying to maintain her composure on this kayak, and Roro is just not having it. And he's going in all sorts of directions, and she's spinning around. This kayak is not as easy as it looks. And Roro finally jumps out of the kayak, where he will now be handing off to the lovely Lara Luna. Alessandra's still in the middle of the pool, and Lara takes a leap of faith, but she misses the paddle. Alessandra almost on the other side, where she will be handing off to Artie Jr. Lara Luna finally gets the paddle. Alessandra almost on the other side. And Lara Luna begins her paddling technique. And she flips out of the kayak. Alessandra's already going to hand off to her brother Artie Jr. from Salt Lake City. This is going to be Artie's second Water Wars appearance, Alessandra's third. She finally makes it across. And now she's handing off to her brother, Artie Jr. And Artie Jr. having trouble getting into the kayak. Lara Luna still nowhere to be seen. And now she found a new technique on how to get across, and it seems to be working, but Artie's already passing her up. Artie will make it across the pool. He'll be handing off to the river at Amber Lee. And it looks like Artie's about to make it across first. Lara's still one leg behind. Lara will be handing off to Mandy. And Artie makes it across, where he'll be handing off to Amber Lee. Amber Lee's an expert in the water. She swims like a fish, and her mother drinks like one. Jared helping Amber Lee get into the kayak properly, and look at her go. Beautiful strokes. The women are the key in this event, because they're lighter than the men. Mandy finally in the kayak, almost halfway across the pool, where she'll meet up with Amber Lee. Mandy with good, clean strokes. Amber Lee's almost across. Amber Lee will be handing off to Tres. Tres is an expert in the kayak. Last year, he helped his team almost win, but they lost in a good effort against Team 2000. And Tres just jumps into the kayak like there's no tomorrow. Mandy finally making it across, so she'll be handing off to Artie Sr. And Artie gets into the kayak. Tres is almost across. Tres makes it across, will hand off to Jarrett, who will be the anchor leg. Team 70s is almost out of this one. There's no way they're going to catch up. And Artie bumping boats with Tres. Artie was smart, he'd knock him off course or flip him over. But Tres makes it past Artie, and Artie almost halfway across the pool. And Tres is going to hand off to the anchor, Jared. Jared is another river rat expert in the water, who is also the boyfriend of Amber Lee.
Roro accidentally knocks little Artie into the water.
And and Artie's halfway across the pool, and it looks like Jared's gonna catch up, and Jared's just gaining it on Artie and making it past him, and the oar breaks. But no problem, as this being the anchor leg, Jared's gonna make it across the pool first, and he will take Team 90s into the championship.
Little Artie, Fipo, and Tres attack Roro. They should be disqualified, but they're going home champions.
So, I'm here with Rudy this evening. Rudy, how do you feel about losing that kayak?
Well, first of all, we were sabotaged. They did not inflate that kayak properly. The pedals sucked. So whoever did that didn't do a good job. Do you think that our kayak is sabotaged?
I don't know, I'm just a reporter.
And you don't do interviews very well either. Okay, everybody, Team 90s has proven to be the undisputed Water Wars champion. Here you go, Commissioner's Cup. That was it. That was the final Water Wars, so they proved to be undisputed
Anthony, help me get it in the deep end. Anthony, help me get it in the deep end.
Splashing around the champion.
Deep end.
Hey, can I see it?
Come here.
Guys, come back. Come back. Okay, just
Can I see it?
there's like 50 crap in there.
Congrats.
Thank you. Did it. We'll be back next year, reigning champions.
Amber.
I guess.
Okay, that's a wrap. the undisputed Waterworks champion. Here you go. Commissioner's Cup. So they proved to be undisputed champions.